The blood moon eclipse took place yesterday, the lunar eclipse, and we've had earthquakes. Has the eclipse of 2019 caused these earthquakes? Earthquakes in California, Alaska, Oklahoma, were they due to this supermoon lunar eclipse? This is by Georgia Laud on Express UK. Earthquakes hit the United States today, striking California, Alaska, Oklahoma, and they're due to the super blood wolf moon. That's what many believe. And we do have earthquakes at full moons and, of course, when we have eclipses. Now, is there any correlation between the lunar cycle and earthquakes? Well, the ancients seem to believe so. And on Monday, January 21st, 6 quakes struck the United States, one measuring a magnitude of 4.7. 4 earthquakes hit Alaska, and one hit Oklahoma, another California. And last night, a super blood wolf moon graced the sky. It turned the moon red in the process. But are these blood moons and earthquakes connected? Of the 4 earthquakes that hit Alaska, one measured 4.7 magnitude, another one 3.0 magnitude, one was 2.5, and one was 2.7 magnitude. They struck between 7:59 p.m. on Sunday, January 20th, and 11:33 p.m. Sunday, January 20th, about three hours later. And meanwhile, Oklahoma, magnitude 3.6, struck 20 kilometers south of Helena, and a 3.3 earthquake hit California, 5 kilometers east-southeast of Chester. Now, is there a correlation between the lunar cycle and earthquakes? Lunar eclipses occur when the full moon passes into shadow of the side of the earth facing away from the sun. And because the lunar eclipse only takes place during a full moon, tides are higher during this time, and according to the US Geological Survey, earthquakes can be up to 3 times more likely during high tides. So there you go. The agency also said you must stop and realize that the background probability is, in general, very low in a given place and year, fractions of a percent, so that raises this tiny probability by a factor of 3 during high tides, still results in a very tiny probability. However, the USGS says, cautions, warns, the increased likelihood still means they're very unlikely. The correlation between earthquakes and lunar cycles is a contested issue. The British Geological Survey explains that several surveys have proved either no correlation between earth tides and earthquakes or a small positive correlation. The British Geological Survey says earthquakes occur when the stress on a fault exceeds a critical threshold for fault rupture. It's well known that applying additional stress to a fault system that is close to failure may initiate rupture and produce an earthquake. The straw that breaks the camel's back, that is. It's possible that uplift resulting from earth tides could reduce the normal stresses that hold faults together. Some recent researchers by Metavier, that's around 2009, presented evidence for this. Earthquakes have been taking place frequently in Alaska this past year, with hundreds of tremors since 2019 began. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. and we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.